So if you're suffering with that upper back pain that you get right along the border of your shoulder blade in your upper back, and it's kind of that deep, dull ache, burning sensation, then this video is going to show you exactly what you want to do. So first off, we're going to focus on mobilizing the upper back, because the likelihood is that you've got a very stiff upper back and it's not moving as well as it should. So it's going to mean that you're going to have a lot of tension in the muscles. So first off, we're going to mobilize the spine. You're going to need a foam roller. Place it on the floor. You're going to lie on your back with the foam roller midway down your back. Cross your arms across your chest. So it's going to take your shoulder blades out the way. Lift your body. And you're going to gently just walk up and down. Just spend a little bit of time going up and down. Once you've done that, we then just want to do a couple of extensions. So you're going to drop your hips towards the floor and you can extend over the foam roller. You can even extend your arms to increase the stretch. Once you've done that, move a little bit further, drop your hips, extend and reach over. Lift yourself up again, move a bit more, drop your hips and extend. So just spend, go up and down your back about 5 times to really loosen off the soft tissue. Then do about 5 extensions just to open up your upper back. Once you've done that, you can then use a trigger point ball to specifically get in on the tension where you find most of the discomfort. So for example, you're going to feel it roughly through here, just next to the spine and inside the shoulder blade. So you're going to lie on the floor, but you're going to have the ball just tucked in there. So you're going to find there the most tension. You'll feel it. You'll feel a bit of discomfort. Take your arm out the way. So you bring your arm across. So you're taking the shoulder blade out the way and just roll on that point for about 30 seconds, just trying to release a little bit of the muscular tension specifically that's causing your pain. Good, you can even line it and then extend your arm over your head and bring it back down. Across your body. Just have a little play and see what you feel works best for you. Good. So once you've used the foam roller to open up your upper back, then you used a trigger point ball to release some of the tension in the muscles. We then want to do some mobility drills then to open up your spinal mobility and your ribs through extension and rotation. So the first exercise, you're going to kneel on the floor. You're going to pop your knees together, elbows on the floor, elbows together. Draw your elbows into your knees, so you're sitting back onto your heels, and you can keep yourself nice and narrow. And then I'm going to recommend you do this on either side. So you're going to place your hand behind your back, keep yourself nice and straight. You're going to rotate your upper back and elbow up towards the ceiling. Now, don't tip off to the side. You shouldn't rock. It should be nice and narrow up towards the ceiling and come back to the start. So just trying to rotate on that shoulder. And you're just going to do 5 repetitions on each side. Good, so I'm just going to show you what that looks like on the other side. So nice and narrow. Place your hand behind your back and you're going to rotate round. You're trying to get that upper back towards the ceiling. So it's not so much about the elbow, it's trying the upper back and back down. From there, you're just going to walk your arms out. You're going to spread your knees slightly so they're hip width apart, elbows shoulder width apart. You're going to make sure you've got a nice neutral spine so it's not arched too far one way or the other way. And from here, I'm going to focus on arching your back towards the floor. So you're trying to drop your chest towards the floor. So you're going to feel a pinch in between your shoulder blades and then raise it up towards the ceiling. The idea is, because you're on your elbows, you're trying to target the upper back more than the lower back. And I'll just recommend doing 5 repetitions each way. Good. From here, you're going to come up onto your hands. Again, find neutral spine. So arch your back either way. Just try and get a nice flat lower back. And from here, you're going to keep your hands locked out and your elbows locked. And you're going to drop your chest towards the floor. So you're trying to pinch your shoulder blades together. And then you're going to extend up towards the ceiling. Again, really focus on the area between your shoulder blades. And you're going to perform 5 repetitions. When I say 5 repetitions, I mean 5 each way. And once you've done that, the last exercise, you're going to really open up the upper back and where you find the tension between your spine and your shoulder blade. You're going to stay in this position, but you're going to basically thread the needle. So you're going to bring that elbow and arm through underneath you, and you're going to just drop your body down towards the floor, and you should feel a stretch in the upper back. Come out and repeat. So 5 repetitions one side. And 5 the other side. So you just slide your arm through, drop down towards the floor. Great, so there you have it. So just to recap, if you are suffering with that upper back pain, that kind of burning sensation in between your spine and your shoulder blade, overlying the ribs, it's usually down to postural habits, repetitive movements, stuff you're doing on a daily basis that's building up that kind of tension in those muscles and restricting the joints. So you're going to start off with foam rolling the upper back, trying to open up the spinal joints and the ribs. You'll then use a trigger point ball to specifically target the muscles. So you spend 30 seconds with a foam roller doing 5 rolls up and down just to get you soften up the soft tissue. Then you might do about 5 extensions over the foam roller. Then you spend another 30 seconds with the specific trigger point ball and have a little bit play around, moving your arm, trying to find out where you get the best release from the trigger point ball. Once you've had a chance to release some of that tension, you then want to mobilize your upper back. So we want to work the spine in flexion, extension, and then rotation. So I've just given you 4 exercises that you can use to really target the upper back and open up that space between the shoulder blade and the spine, and obviously open up the ribs. And the last thing that we're not going to show in this video is obviously we've just done the soft tissue techniques and some mobility drills, but ultimately we want to look at your posture and your postural muscles. So we want to strengthen up your mid and lower traps, your serratus anterior and your rhomboids, because the likelihood is the reason you're getting this pain is because you're stuck in a forward rounded internal rotated shoulder position. So we want to address those long term. Otherwise you're going to have to come and resort to these techniques over and over again because you're not really truly addressing the underlying cause.